How's it going out there? Driven and Derided, episode 2. I apologize for the shitty video quality. My capture card being gay. Last episode, I was playing Final Fantasy III for DS, and I was having a really good time. Shortly thereafter, I beat it, and honestly, now that I'm done with it, I'm kind of looking back on it as kind of a disappointment. I mean, for the longest time, I was looking forward to it as like the next finally a return to like the classic gameplay and the classic style of Final Fantasy because I'm pretty displeased with every game after 10. And I was thinking like this was gonna be the reunion or whatever. I was thinking this was gonna be like the biggest thing, and that's not bad, you know. But in the end, it's a remake of an NES game, and that's what you really got to keep in mind. I mean, the graphics look great, but the gameplay is NES gameplay. Yeah, that kind of disappointed me, but it also reawakened my love of the Final Fantasy franchise. I mean, last time I played a Final Fantasy game was Final Fantasy X, just about 2 years ago. I finally bought it because I hadn't had a PS2 for like forever, and I finally played through that. Thinking back on that, it wasn't that bad of a game, but yeah, it'd been a long time. I sort of back in high school, I was like, Final Fantasy was like my thing. That's all I thought about all day long. Cause I mean, Final Fantasy VII had just come out. That's pretty much what I don't think I'm alone in saying that it was a life-defining experience. You know, I was in eighth grade at the time, and it was either play Final Fantasy VII or become a jock. You know, become a nerd or become a cool kid, and I was already pretty nerdy at that time, so that's when it pretty much decided the path of my life would be the nerd's path. But anyway, yeah. So I dug through all my shit and I found Final Fantasy VII and I just started playing it again about a week ago. As of today, I'm on my way to Junon, tracking down Sephiroth. Man, he's causing some trouble. It's kind of rough times. All right. Next thing I want to talk about is for Christmas, a friend of mine got me a book that I've been wanting to read for a while. Eyes of the Dragon by Stephen King. Thank you, Mike Dion. About a third of the way through it. Well, yeah, I'd say a third. And it's really great writing. I mean, the chapters are really short. It's really, I would almost say episodic. He just deals with one thing at a time. I don't know. I kind of like that. And I was a huge fan of the Dark Tower books, and this is a lot of ties. Same kind of. It's like a fantasy story. It's about this king, and he has two sons, and he's kind of like an outcast and kind of a screw up, and the father doesn't really have that much affection for him. The younger brother to do whatever he wants, but I think he's gonna get a surprise. I think something's gonna happen, and the younger brother's gonna surprise everyone. That's just my. I don't know. I'm only a third of the way through. We'll get an update on that in the next episode, or maybe once I finish it. Next on the agenda, huge news in the life of Stephen Homan. Dragon Ball Z Season 1 is on DVD. I don't know if you know anything about the show or anything about the DVD releases, but this is huge for me. This is not perfect. If you know anything about it, you know there's like a lot of drama regarding the widescreen format that it's presented in. Um, but I've gotten over that. Really excited about it. The episodes are. It looks like it was just animated the other day. I mean, the colors are so vibrant and clear, and the lines are very well defined. And when I put it in, it gave me a real. To anybody that ever liked Dragon Ball Z, it's a really great set. I mean, if you watched it back in high school or whatever, and you feel like watching it again, the set's really cheap. I got it at Walmart for $30, and it has the first 39 episodes of the series. That's less than $1 an episode. That's a completely ridiculous price in the world of anime DVDs. I mean, before the set came out, there was a lot of other DVD releases of Dragon Ball Z, and each release was only 3 episodes, and they could run you anywhere from $17 to $25 a DVD. So that's about $7 or $8 an episode. So yeah, this is affordable, and apparently these things are gonna come out consistently. The next one's supposed to come out in the middle of May, so I'm pretty excited about that too. All right. Last but not least, I'm starting to learn Japanese. Yeah. And, this is something I mean nerds probably always want to do. Anime, manga fans. It's always like, oh, it'd be so cool if I learned Japanese, and probably a lot of people do, but I was one of those guys that always said I wanted to, but just like never did. And a few weeks ago, I was just like, I'm just gonna do it. So I went out and I bought a book, learning hiragana and katakana. Right now, I'm just gonna focus on the alphabet, or the syllabary, if you will, before I start learning a lot of the words and etc. As of today, I've pretty much learned all the basic katakana. I haven't learned any of the accents or anything like that yet, but that's pretty simple looking through the book. So yeah, once I get hiragana and katakana mastered, I'll probably start trying to learn some of the words and some of the way the grammar is set up and some of the way the sentence structure is set up. And after that, all I have to do is learn kanji. That'll probably only take me about 10 or 15 years. So yeah. Oh, I got this the other day too. This is pretty cool. I got this yesterday at my local comic store. Sky's got a few of these. They're just manga, Japanese fucking manga, and it's kind of neat. Now that I know some katakana, I can actually look through this and decipher words. 'Cause the thing about katakana is it's only pretty much only used when they're saying a word that was derived from an English word. So I think that's a really good place to start, because now that I know it, I can sort of like translate this. Like this, I translated earlier, it says heavy. It's the title of a manga. And this right here says tennis. Well, it actually says tennisu. And I'm fairly confident in my translation, because I don't know if you can see this, but this manga apparently focuses on tennis. So that's pretty cool. And I was flipping through this, and I was really surprised because I didn't see this when I bought it, but there is like a 4 or 5 page spread preview of Dragon Quest 4. I was like, awesome! That was worth the $3 I paid for that thing right off the bat. I mean, that's exciting for me. Anyway, so that's Driven and Derided for today. Check back later for lots of excitement and big news. That's bullshit. I don't have any big news. But do check back later.